Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of the Brian Colletto Show, streaming on my LinkedIn and my YouTube by way of Restream. And if this should ever be repurposed to other platforms, wherever you may listen to podcasts or live shows. So, first off, it is July 1st, 2025, that this is being recorded. So, happy second half of 2025. And happy July 2025, friends. So, um, in talking about autism in my first segment, this is actually going to be tied into one of the events I attended over this past week. So, um, this past Wednesday, I attended a conference called Keep Middlesex Moving. And with this conference, this was about the emergence of micromobility in New Jersey. That means e scooters, e bikes. So, those electric vehicles that you see on the side walks or on the side of the streets there, that's what micromobility is. And it's emerging. And the reason that I'm tying this into autism is because autism, as many of you know, is a spectrum. And though I myself, being on the spectrum, do drive, other people on the spectrum are not comfortable with driving or cannot drive. But perhaps they don't necessarily need a bus just to get somewhere that's 5 to 10 minutes away. Maybe they could use an electric bicycle or scooter with training. Now, I I would say that you need to check the rules and regulations, not just of the state, but of each county and each town, because some vehicles you need a license for, some you don't, and others uh, you need to know. Other areas you need to know how fast you're allowed to go with um, your vehicle. So um, it's so certainly it's not like the number one answer or or a cure all. It is simply another option, and um, though it may not directly benefit the group that I work with at my workplace, I know that there may be some other people outside of my workplace who have special needs that perhaps micromobility would be good for. So it was definitely a good event. I made a few connections through all the craziness. And I mean, I'm no expert at transportation. Um, and I do a better job talking about autism than I do about transportation. But still, it was good to learn what's going on in my area. So, uh, that, in conclusion, was a good event. There was one other event I attended this past week. It was a multicultural expo. This particular event I've attended annually over the past few years. This one I felt was good. The attendance uh, was fair, I would say, um, but there was a lot of traffic in the area and it was very hot. So I think it was a combination of the why it may not have done as good as it could have. But I still say it was a good event. This is for a local chamber of commerce that my workplace is a member of. So um, I may be a little bit biased, but I do think it was a good event. So um, that is what I have to say about that. There were some other things that I did say no to in terms of other events going on due to a combination of hot weather, precipitation, management of schedule, also things going on at work, which we were very busy for a while. Um, and so it was hard to have enough energy for other things. Um, but yeah, so I missed out on another annual event that I've attended each of the past few years called the Hermes Expo. I did not go this year. Uh, I, in some ways, I just wasn't feeling it personally for this year. So, and then um, I missed out on a fundraiser for the nonprofit Autism MVP Foundation. Um, it was a late nighter on a Thursday night, and also some rain in the forecast. That it was a little bit of distance from home, so for all those reasons, I was like, "Nah, I can't make it for that one." There were a few others that I won't mention here that I missed, um, and not because I don't want to mention them, but just because I don't want to drag it down too much. Um, but uh, I had a so-so last weekend of June 2025, and I will say that the hot weather is definitely a little challenging, but we're here in summer, and I am looking forward to a calm 4th of July. Um, Probably just staying home this year. The band that I've usually seen on the 4th of July in my town over the last few years is not performing in my town this year. They're performing somewhere else. So, um, so that's why I'm probably just going to stay home. And, but I will make the most of it. And that is what I have for today's show. Um, so I do want to also acknowledge that I did receive a long comment on YouTube last week. In the event that maybe I am struggling to find something to talk about, um, I might uh, just look for an article and read off of that and share my thoughts. Um, it was a thought from that comment. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. In the meantime, I will be back with a show next week, probably on my usual Monday night. Um, Even though I don't have much on my schedule this week, I'm still going to come on because I can always find something to talk about, even if it's not directly about me. And um, Until the next time I come on, I send you all love, light, blessings, and peace. Take care.